I'm telling you, you don't want me to talk about the world power structure. No. You want me, let me tell you what you want me to do. You want me to talk about the crazy stuff, like God and how powerful you are. And my crazy notation that I could get the message across to you guys, how powerful you guys really are. And then you can just start influencing your life the same way that the power structure does. They do it the same way. I'm telling you, and it just seems crazy because you're at a distance from this knowledge. This knowledge is so in contrast to what you know and your beliefs that it just comes off as inconceivable. So I get you. That's why I'm with you. I'm not surprised that I have zero at this time followers. Okay, yeah, I counted on it because I'm not doing this for popularity. No one chooses to be literally physically dismissed. No one chooses that path. Say, hey God, yeah, I'll do it. I'll share this particular. Now, if this was just like me sharing, and I'm gonna get to the point here, but like if this was me sharing anything else, I would have your attention, and that's a testament to what I'm actually saying. That you guys are at such a distance from this that your mind cannot conceive and put together 2 points. And I'm trying my best uh, to get you guys to connect. I've already connected it. That's why I'm going through what I'm going through. Uh, because, in essence, I know something that you don't know. And it's not that's got me in a darkness. It's the knowledge of you guys. 99% of you guys are not going to believe me. 99% of you guys are just going to skip past. It's been that way since the very beginning. But we still, we still have to persist, and talk about the foreign things to you. So that way it's no longer foreign. You can apply it in your life. And then, it's not about, oh, Eric Ross was right. It was about, oh, now we know better. So that's what you want. If I get into the system that you're in, it would be like me taking the gloves off. And you know how much I love to take the gloves off. You know how much I love to just get in it, get in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, it's okay. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Mine getting my hands dirty if it results in those two dots clicking. And you're like, oh, one dot is he's saying something, another dot is something inside of you is saying something, and it seems to be relating to each other. That's what I'm trying to get you to that point where you can listen to that dot inside of you and it can guide you. I can't get you there where you want to be. I can't do that. I'm already there. I'm trying to get you to the door so that way you can choose, to keep going. You've got your own cross to drag, buddy. Just remember, it always takes two to carry that cross. So at some point in time, I get it. You're carrying something. Weight, insecurity, burden, whatever. God never said that you were going to do this alone. He said, I'm going to send somebody to you. And it's not like the person showed up. If you remember the story, it's not like the person showed up and said, hey, I'm here to help Jesus carry the cross. Nah, he was actually just picked out of the crowd. Like, hey, I was just trying to see a spectacle. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to, witness. What you mean I gotta now help this man? I don't even know him like that. You know what I'm saying? He talk good, but trying to help you. I got picked out of the crowd. So, okay, fine, cool. Let's talk about the system that you're in. Okay, that is in complete contrast, using the same knowledge and information. Only they used it to build up um, a power structure that works based off of a system of beliefs. You know, where uh, you are taught practical knowledge, they're taught purpose, you know, to do things on purpose. That's why their system inadvertently gives you your purpose. It's just a pointless purpose. It's a life in which, okay, like if this is your value, um, this is where their system, and this is their system. This is the dynamic of their system and how low it places you, and it keeps you here living a life that is equal to being undervalued, and they feed you enough to make up for this, and you call it a satisfied life, but it's insufficient because you never rise to your potential. Uh, you never instilled your values. You never fought for your beliefs. Um, and most of your best ideas went to a sacrifice for a routine life. So you say, hey man, I could never actually do that because the system. And that effect, you become um, a sacrifice to a system that is allowed to continue for the sole purpose of uh, furthering this dynamic. At some point in time, this system is going to get to the level of God. And then, God is just going to do what he does. He's very good at kicking that little pedestal, and it all comes crashing down on us. It's going to come crashing down on us. And God's going to be like, look, you see what I'm saying? There can only be one at that place. You see what I'm saying? There can only be one exalted. I don't know why y'all allow these systems to uh, duplicate what I do for you naturally, but never forget, God put everything that we need inside of us. He it was never his creational design for us to ever want for anything, because the biology of man is that he is a reflection of his environment, and the environment doesn't. I don't see the trees applying to Walmart. I don't see the birds applying for welfare benefits or whatnot. They use their nature to live off of. And for that, they have learned to adapt to a lifestyle. Yeah, I'm sorry that the birds don't have the latest iPhones, but what they have is camaraderie. What they have is unity. Like it or not, birds can make it a really bad day for human beings if they all, got on their bird swag and decided to, afflict us. They made a movie about it. It was called Birds. It was terrifying. Um, And you have to understand that your power players, the people at the very top, not even the elite ones. I'm talking about the supreme elite ones, the ones whose names never go in print, whose families influence more than generations. At this point, they rule over our fate, how we will live our life. Will we live a life of ignorance, perpetual state of darkness, never truly knowing how powerful we really are? It's funny because a lot of the other people that came before us, they knew, they knew the power of looking within themselves, um, and then this whole experiment took place and we were robbed of our identity. And ever since then, we've been at a great disadvantage in our quest for empowerment. So that way, little Billy who's watching this can change the world one day. Or, Susan, who's stuck at this midpoint in her life, can change it for the better. And she doesn't have to live a life that she has to live because, well, that's what's been expected of her. That's the problem with going down. Humility is only a tool that we use in the sanctuary. We humble ourselves to God, not to man. Wait a minute. I'll go into it, but I'm going to lose the point of this video. God never told you that you could lift man up, that you could make the next man more equal to yourself. He always say, you guys are brothers and sisters, and y'all are one big united life force who've been around for a very long time, who's changed at certain points of your life to become, better establishments of living beings. He is not better than you. She is not lower than you. I don't know why you guys act like I'm supporting that idea. This is God saying, hey, look, I think you got it twisted. You guys are bonded to the same destiny. When one fails, you all fail. Every single time. Every time one gets left behind, you all lose your way. This system ensures that, this power system, this structure, and it's ancient in its origins because it's been a collection of times and places and the power that moves on, But essentially, in modern society, in this life, we those who know, we know them as the three crowns. The three crowns. The three crowns that influence everybody else. Yes, I waited 30 years to be able to tell you the adult truth in a way that you can comprehend it. You may not like it, but I'm trying really hard to break this down in a way that is conceivable for you so that way you can snap out of it. It's that time. It's that time for you to be aware of your life and how reckless you're living. You're throwing it away for no point. There's no point to this. There's no point in believing in something that does not actually affect your life. It's okay to believe in something and to do good, but it's another thing to believe in something and then reproduce that good over and over and over and over. The same way Jesus created disciples, where are your disciples? And by what nature do they come by? Do they only come when you need something? When you want something? I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm just going to stick to, okay, so they're called the three crowns. The three crowns are the Vatican, England, and the United States. Okay, each of these three crowns have an elected member, like a king, right? And they are separate from the people. They work exclusive with the power, the three kings, the three wise men who seek out the prophet who changes your life. So, and these three crowns play intricate parts in your life. The carriage from life to death. They're over this. to ensure that you never know, that you live a life that you're satisfied with, insufficient in nature, and you die peacefully with your regrets and your shame and, oh, wish I would have known, They're here to comfort that. They're not trying to comfort your ideas, your individualism. They don't care about that. They're ideal. You're not. The three parts that they play. So the Vatican is, they carry the power of magic. Okay. Um, uh, like you know that movie, what, Harry Potter? The boy goes to school and wizards and all that. Yeah, that's the Vatican. Um, so they have a collection of ancient materials, and I mean, you come on, you really think they praying for us behind closed doors in their secret, creepy castle? They're doing magic. They have the power to um, communicate with spirits, and they do so to gain knowledge, superior knowledge. Um, I mean, why do you think our president kneels to the Pope? Every time boy gets sick with the devil, they don't call the president. Hey, whoever is the president, his head spinning, crawling up the wall, they don't call the president. They call the priest. And he does some magical stuff, you know. And this is true. The word of God is magical. You forget that it establishes life. God established life magically with just his word. Like poof. No smoke, no fire. It wasn't a big show. It was just word of mouth. It will, and it was, and it shall be again. So an element of God is magical. You haven't crossed that bridge yet. You're not playing with spirits, because the church tells you don't play with spirits, but yet you watch them play with spirits. The second crown is held by England, and they have the knowledge. So the Vatican got the magic. England got the knowledge. They got the actual accounts. They hold the record. Um, um, I feel bad for the French or whatnot, because by all accounts they were supposed to have joined the crown. Um, Now I know that they are in it. They work in the court of these three kings or whatnot, but the French should have, um, because they hold the bloodline. You know, they hold the bloodline. So I know what you're thinking. You're saying, well, if they hold the bloodline, what does that mean? And what are you saying? I'm saying that that you weren't told the right story. You were told a story for the sole purposes of keeping you ignorant, while they could lead others at the same time. You know, that's why they tell you don't ask questions. Just accept this material, faith, whatever. But if it was real faith, as your word says, you should be able to work this in your life, and you should be able to see overall good. God doesn't say, oh, you believe in my word and your life is going to be good. He said, you work my word and I'm going to work through you, and then all of life is going to be good. But we work this word, and the most we get is a brand new Lexus out the deal, or a house with a picket fence, or a career that will never be exposed to be fraudulent in nature. It doesn't end good. Very few. And those are the ones who use it for its sole purpose. Your Billy Grahams, you know. Who's that other one that uh, um, In Touch Ministries, he died. Anyways, him. You know, if your word isn't reproducing the same results that it had with you and other people, your word is dead. You can sit there and talk until you're blue in the face, but if people ain't effectuated by that word, sorry, buddy, you don't got it. The real word is honesty. It comes from, see, people will know. See, that's why I'm not sitting here with the, you've seen that before. What you've never seen is somebody be honest with you, kick the adult truth to you. So yeah, no, the one that you read about is a copy and paste that they used to. They did it for several reasons to end the Jewish wars. Hey, you didn't hear the good news. Oh yeah, your Savior's already come. You didn't see it? Oh yeah. He already came. You missed him, but he'll be back. Um, and then to empower the church, you know, you forget how the power structure got to the church. Jesus handed it to, and then Pete, was Peter? I want to say Peter was the first pope, and then he gave it to the Catholics. Come on, man! If I was Catholic, that just spells plausible deniability. Peter gave it to us. You mean the dude in the book? We don't even have his bones. Where his bones at? But yeah, this Peter gave all inclusive authority over to an administration uh, that was allowed to enforce it by any means necessary. And crusades, man. You want to talk about guerrilla warfare to exalt one, and they used magic to do this. They used magic. Medieval times, folks. It's a real thing. Um, and then they had to elect another king uh, to preside over them in their actions. You know, and they didn't have no fear because they said, "Hey, man, Vatican always says, look, if you cross the line, we just gonna do some spooky shit. We just gonna do some. We gonna okay, all right, cool, all right, 3 days, 3 days, and you know, England don't mess with the Vatican in that way because they know better. They know they got the record. But they needed a third king, okay, and that's United States. Uh, we're the third king. They needed a nation that they could control, a population that thought they were free, that they could make believe that they were free, but at the same time unaware of secret influences. Uh, and then, you know, they would influence us both using magic, entertainment industry, to get us in a certain state in which their message, which comes from England, can be delivered to us. You know, so if we weren't under this state, we would reject this as what it is, a warfare. You know, we're under attack. When they're done with us, we won't be here. They don't cherish to spend or to share a life with us. They think that we're taking up space. But, you know, God, the soul of man, is in us, not them. They traded that for power. They made their decision. They got something coming to them that is so embarrassing because they think they can buy their way out of something, and it don't work like that. You know, there's always somewhere where you lose. We're just gonna go there. We're just gonna go to the place where you lose, and then I'm gonna put your ass, and I'm gonna lock it. What will your power do for you when I lock it? Right? You chose to be quiet. You chose all that secret shit that you do to mock people. You think we're you think we're human? We are androids. You know the problem is you didn't see me coming. You didn't think that somebody would catch on, that your patterns of abuse would go unnoticed forever. Come on. I thought you knew better. This always happens. Somebody, somewhere, at some time, wakes up and decides, hey man, not I ain't gonna be part of this. Yeah, you may know more than me. You may have whatever power at your disposal. Let's play House of Cards. Yeah, you build yours up, I'll build mine up, and then we just gonna see where the wind blows. So, anyways, those are the three crowns that make up the total system, and they stole it from all the previous empires. The Hindus, the Persians, the Greeks. Rome. Um, and Rome thought it was gonna live forever until you know the story.